Hello everybody and welcome to another third party knockoff, stolen, fourth. I don't know what these are called anymore. This is of course the Pappa Toys PPT-04 Flame Warrior. Now there's quite a bit of controversy around Pappa Toys, between them, Mr. Moon, Mech Fan Toys, Hot Soldiers. They're all kind of intertwined, and there's a you stole my idea, you stole my idea, you sold my idea, you sold my idea. A lot of that going on. Bobby does a pretty decent breakdown of it in his sit down Saturday. It's a bit of a mess, but this is the first hot rod to be released in this scale, done to this sort of standard. Very much looking forward to seeing what this is like. Quick look around the box. We've got hot rod on the side, we've got hot rod on the back in both his bot and vehicle mode, and here we have him out of his plastic prison. Now he's not perfect, but for a legend scale he's pretty darn close. He is a gorgeous looking little guy, and whoever designed him, I'll let them argue out between the companies, has done an amazing job. The backpack is exactly that. It does hinder his movements somewhat. If you have the spoiler plugged in, it really does kind of limit what you can do, but unplugging the spoiler really does free up that range, but I'll cover that shortly. But the head sculpt, especially on a figure this small, is absolutely outstanding. They have done an exceptional job. Taking a closer look, I mean, look at that. That is fantastic for a face sculpt smaller than any of my fingernails. Love how that looks. Chest has come out really nicely. It's quite square, but it does what it needs to. Love the colour that they've used as well. Pretty spot on. Nice shins there. Mine have a few scuff marks on there, and it's a little bit rough around the edges. This is the biggest problem. You plug this spoiler in, it's actually parts forming, and it plugs in at 2 points. The first point here and the second point if you have it in vehicle mode. Now if we have it like this, we can actually bring these all the way back over and have those in the center. Most people know and love their hot rod with that spoiler in there, and you can kind of get it in like that, and then bring these out around it. Not sure if that's how they've designed it to work, but it does kind of. I think that'll be okay. What do you guys think? Has that made it too kind of deep now? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. You're either going to make it really wide or kind of really deep, but either way, it does look rather fetching. It's got two hand blasters, both different, which is nice. Yeah, you don't have to get just the same weapon. And he also comes with one of these Rodimus style blasters as well. Articulation. The head can look up and down. We can go left and we can go right, and we can tilt side to side. Shoulders can come up and down. We can go all the way around. We get that upper bicep rotation. We get a 90-degree bend on the elbow, and there's rotation on those wrists. The waist has a very low rotation, but a rotation nonetheless. Legs come this far forwards, this far back, out to the side, upper thigh rotation, and we got not one, but two bends on that knee, bringing it just beyond 90 degrees, and we can go up and down on the feet, independent toe and heel spurs, and we get a little bit of pivot in there just for good measure. For those of you who like your Mech Fan Toys figures, these, surprisingly enough, scale absolutely incredibly. That cup and hot rod look superb together. Now, the biggest drawback of this set is the instructions. They feel like a piece of paper has been laminated and then got wet. It's a very, I don't know, it's a very unprofessional feel. It's kind of folded over. Mine's now covered in dog hair as well, which doesn't help. But yeah, I can't help but feel that the instructions were rushed out somewhat to beat any of their competition. But yep, they're pretty easy to follow. So let's talk you through them and see how he fares up in his vehicle mode. Now, first step of the transformation is to remove his weapons. If you've modified the back like I have, you need to bring these back around. You need those at the side there. Now, this back piece comes away, and then this piece and this piece come away and separate. This chest piece comes out, hinges up. This whole orange piece is going to rotate 180 degrees. The head rotates to the side. You can then flip down and snug into the chest. These arms straighten outwards and rotate this inner section 180 degrees. These can then open upwards like so. And like so. This is then going to fold upwards and inwards, and that's going to form the front. This piece comes down. This piece here flips upwards, and there's a tab there. That's going to tab in to the top of that next section. So you're going to rock that backwards, push, tab, and secure that front segment into place. This whole piece rotates. Just bring this wheel down to the outside. This is then going to bend down like so. Bend this and then push on that tab until the leg fully collapses up. Compress these feet upwards together. Bring those legs upwards, tabbing the two shins in together. That's going to hold those into place while we flatten this double hinge like so. Hot Rod's arms are going to tab in to his thighs like so. Push, secure, and tab. These pieces are going to flip outwards and outwards, and with this hinge now compressed, these are going to tab into the top of those knees, pushing down, and this is all just going to line up and tab down around the outside. Now, not sure if the spoiler's meant to go in the first or the second tab, but that's a gorgeous looking hot rod, especially for the size. Genuinely very, very impressed with how that's come out. Props to the designer to plug any of his guns into the front there. Wheels roll quite nicely. Not a fan of the feet at the back there, but genuinely very, very happy indeed. And here we have them together alongside Cup. What an awesome little pairing. Fantastically done. Don't know the ins and outs, what's going on with regards to ownership and who's copying who, etc. But what I do know is we've got a very awesome representation of Hot Rod here, and it is highly recommended. Definitely up there, especially with the likes of Cup. If you love your Legends figures, this is a lovely little mini masterpiece. Hope you found this video useful. I'd like to thank TF Direct for making this review possible, and until next time, from myself and the Pappa Toys Hot Rod, goodbye.